The NBA is back and it's a beautiful thing. Right now in the comments below, I want you guys to put W because basketball is back. Now I have to tell you guys about a quick L. It's just going to take a second. So I wrote this giant write-up on Steph Curry when he returned from injury last season. In that write-up, I wrote how the Warriors look like a completely different team without Steph. And I thought Curry and Wiggins had the potential to be pretty dynamic. So since I wrote this entire thing, I've kind of changed my opinion a little bit. I mean, it's a very long write-up. I wish I dropped the video, I didn't. But I've changed my opinion on Wiggins just a little bit. And that opinion on Wiggins is now we have to wait and see. Timberwolves fans have been talking themselves into Wiggins year after year after year. I don't want the same thing to happen out in Golden State. Regardless of how Wiggins played tonight, good or bad, just temper your expectations. Let this man set the bar for himself. Now that we've gotten the Wiggins talk out of the way, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, if you like basketball, you're going to enjoy watching this duo play. You're going to enjoy watching this Brooklyn Nets team. You're watching two of the most dynamic scorers in the NBA make art. The way these guys move, the way they put the ball in the basket, don't take any of it for granted, because that would be a giant mistake. Give Kyrie and KD their love while they're still hooping. This is going to be a great video. You guys could probably hear the excitement in my voice. But before we go any further, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications because you will not want to miss another Get Like Coop video. And that's facts. If you enjoy my content, you'll probably enjoy my streams. I'm going to drop a link to my stream down in the description below. Also, you'll find the link to my football channel there, Red Zone Coop, where you will not want to miss a Red Zone video. First game of the season, things got a little ugly, but I personally thought it was a good game. The Brooklyn Nets trot out Kyrie Irving, Dinwiddie, Harris, Durant, DeAndre Jordan. The Warriors started Curry, Oubre, Wiggins, Pascal, and James Wiseman. Note, the Warriors did not have Draymond Green, which to some of you guys may not be a big deal, but for Warriors fans, this is a giant deal. Watching this team play defense has left a lot to be desired. This is not the same old Warriors defense. This is not the same old Warriors team. It's becoming sort of clear to me that the Warriors are entering a different era of basketball. The Klay Thompson injury is a major injury. There's no way around it. Klay brought things that the Warriors need right now. They need somebody to relieve Steph and Curry that can do it in volume, but also have that efficiency. If Klay's not even scoring the basketball, he's a major impact player. He doesn't have to touch the ball. That's one of the most beautiful things about Klay Thompson. And having players like that truly made the Warriors system go. When it comes to Draymond Green, last season, he struggled. I wouldn't even use the word struggled. Struggled is not the word. I thought Draymond was bad, but we know Draymond can be better. And I feel like Draymond is better when he plays with better players. You can say that's the case for a lot of players, but more so Draymond, because he has a skill set that caters to the way the Warriors have played basketball in the past. If dominant defense Draymond is still there for the Warriors, they're going to need him to wake up, because this is a team that is going to have to find an identity. But I do see promise. James Wiseman is raw, very raw, but I do think Wiseman is going to be good. Wiseman is big, he's fast, he's athletic, and most importantly, he's mobile. All things, all traits you love in any prospect, but especially a big man. Forget the skills. 7'1" prototypes like that are very, very hard to come by. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me know what you guys think about the Golden State Warriors roster. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but they do have guys that can step up. If Steph ends up taking things to another level and elevating the play of those around him like we know Steph and Curry can do, this Warriors team can get cooking. But we might have to see Steph take on a Harden-like role this season. Have that mindset where Steph isn't going to look at the stat sheet. He's just going to do what's best for the Warriors. Now that we've talked Steph, we have to talk about another great point guard. Let's talk Kyrie Irving. Starts off, knocks down his first shot. KD and Kyrie, unstoppable. I'm not sure how you stop two scorers this talented. All of those concerns about how one of the best scorers in NBA history would return coming off their Achilles injury, yeah, that can be put to rest. KD and Kyrie in empty gyms are going to be fun. KD starts off pouring in 10 points and let me check my notes. 4 minutes. My guy KD is an absolute bucket, one of the most unique scorers in NBA history. Almost 7 foot with a shot that could have carried him to the league if he was I'm not even going to say it. My point being is that Kevin Durant is one of the most special players I've seen play the game of basketball. Let's stop looking for the next KD and appreciate the one right in front of us that's still building his Hall of Fame resume. Everybody talked about the Clippers disappointing us and us not getting that Bron Kawhi matchup last season. Well, imagine Bron versus KD, Kyrie, Bron. The narratives write themselves. One of the scariest things about this Brooklyn team is their supporting cast, their bench players, their players around Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. The Nets are willingly bringing a player in LeVert off the bench that is easily capable of putting up 20 plus points per game. LeVert is a young ascending player. He's so good, I'm a little shocked that he was so willing to accept the role that he accepted, but that's what winners do. He knows he can get his touches with the Nets stagnating the minutes of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Shamet is coming off the bench for the Brooklyn Nets. Shamet started 30 of 53 games for the Clippers last season, and I have never viewed Shamet as a bad starter. If you don't know who Shamet is, he's a willing defender that flat out shoots the lights out of the basketball. Allen is a young and ascending talent with massive offensive and defensive upside. Honestly, you could probably get some talent if you decided to trade. I'm not saying they should go ahead and trade Jared Allen, but I'm saying he's so good. He's such a young, promising player. If the Nets wanted to go get more talent, they possibly could, because Allen has potential that's through the roof. Allen is almost 7 foot, 7'6" wingspan. He doesn't have your usual brick hands and brick feet that a lot of bigs have. He has a very soft touch. He's mobile in pick and roll defense, and he shows a lot of promise on the defensive side of the basketball. Then don't get me started about Nick Claxton. I love what the Nets have put together. That doesn't sound right. I love what the Nets have built. This guy has had his name dragged through the mud time and time again. One thing about Kyrie, you can't deny his talent. Kyrie comes out, drops 24 at the half. With that 24 on the board, I'm ready for your hot takes. Where do we rank Kyrie Irving when it comes to best point guards in the league right now? Go ahead, drop your list. Did the Brooklyn Nets really expose a major problem for the Golden State Warriors in their defense and offense? Or are the Nets just a team that's going to be the best offense in the league and simply unstoppable? I think there's a decent chance that the Warriors will be fine, but I'd be lying to you if I said tonight wasn't scary. Clicking the video on the screen is a great way to support my channel. I'm Get Like Coop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.